Loud taking away Gecko is a little unfortunate. Going with Grace instead. Chamber should be interesting.
He doesn't normally play Raze, so not only do they go from a single duelist to a double duelist, but it's Sadak who's on that role. Yeah, I guess
Sadak's played Raze before. Sadak's 100% been playing Raze. Yeah, it looks like they gave up on Gecko because they lost to Cloud9 with it. He's played it 7 times the past 2 months. He played Raze on Split against DRX, but they lost. Chamber and Split's pretty good for challenging mid and getting out instantly. What is this quality? The run and gun frenzy. Disgusting. It's still gonna be ass with the entry most of the time with this comp. Raze just offers so much for B having control when you're on defense. Good scouting options with your boombot. The paint shell through like vents and stuff when people are just stuck in the chamber, the death chamber. Paint shell's strong in there. Being able to use the blast pack to hop up onto Rafter for both B and A site, very valuable. He's not going to do crazy blast pack launches onto site like you see like some people like NWZero might do later. It's more of like a pseudo initiator who has a little bit more umph for space taking. It's like that exactly. Have a paint shell for male. Completely stop anybody from wanting to push through that fast. Force them to respect you. Wow. Dude, Quick is insane. Oh my. Knows where QCK is, but trying to find him is another task entirely, as well as he's got another player that he's got to worry about. Oh my god, he got a little ahead of himself. Almost making it happen, almost managing it, but that was almost a nutty clutch situation. FURIA, honestly, not immediately regrouping to work together was a little concerning. Why was NWZero looking towards Hell when, like, I guess, oh, because the step was made Hell, yeah? Did they think he already crossed? That one step from Sadak was insane. So good. If Quick falls, that rifle's controlled, I imagine it's not going to be a winnable situation, which is why so many people are grouping around QCK. Quick. It missed all 4 of them! No! Dude, unlucky. Donated a rifle over DG's in 2. Oh, huge kills by Ospas. That's the rifle's gone. Alright, so Sadak's definitely not a Raze main, but we have seen him play Raze a decent amount beforehand. He's like, yes, I got bailed out. So we finally have a round where Chamber, hey yo Davy Johns, thanks for follow. We finally have a round where the operator could matter, and he instantly just gets smoked off. Like, this was a round where you need to see the Chamber value, but it just wasn't there. And we're instantly seeing operator success from Ospas instead. I don't see how Cleo wins this. This guy clicks out like a madman, but that's too much to do. Right. Jesus. Just greeted for a kill before getting out. Oh, he places totem right there too. I'm surprised he didn't just run.
You are not escaping that. Not a chance in hell, and that's the spike separated. Noise. They want to try and hunt down one kill.
What a shot.
Can they get a second?
This round's suddenly winnable because of Ospas hitting that.
35 seconds left on the clock. Time starting to become a bit of a problem, and no one wants to make the first.
They have to go for the kills here.
Off to the side, that's a trade, but in a spammable
Oh, the distraction moment.
for 2 years. Now waiting it out and a bit of exploration still.
I like the Vince control by Sadak.
That's a ridiculous play.
I don't know how they're going to deal with Dijazen.
Get a backstab on MW, who's just trying to hold down.
The lurk by
Look
Tweez.
at what's happening in mid here. QCK's pushed deep.
They didn't even know about QCK. Wow.
Backward at the right time to catch a silent Sadak.
Beautiful timing. Good, like, tempo read by QCK.
And look at this. This is even greedier. A half clearance and off
Realizing the rotation went silent and they had control of Vince. If they did silently rotate, that would be the time that he would take the rotation. So you can backstab in that moment. And then the push into sewers as well.
What can you do?
Realizing, okay, if they're going to slowly lurk that, then if they went all the way through lobby, they'll probably be here right about now and then catches them out. Honestly, just an insanely smart, just game tempo read of like tendencies of rotation timers, given the information they had to work with. QCK, honestly, I feel like is the best player on the team. When we watched Fury versus Leviathan, he was the person who stepped up the best and looked the best on the team in that series. And already in this series, he's stepping up. That's insane that he won that kill too. This guy's nuts. QCK, man, quick. Whoa. Meanwhile, DG's having a horrible tempo read game. Still don't know if it's pronounced QCK or quick. I've seen both.
We didn't catch it on camera, but he just deleted another player over by A Heaven. And now he's up there controlling the rotates. He's just won a round on his own. Yep. But there's just here on Chamber just has to hold these.
What a shot.
To his utility. My God, what a shot by Lex.
Dude's nuts.
Does this get cleared? Could be a view model difference if the gun's on the wrong side. That is absurd.
It's honestly a fine trade for Loud. Big strength of duelist compositions is you just have both your duelists being the spearheads on multiple fronts, and if one finds success, you go to that front. Or stall for time and find a good rotation timing. Big TP. If DG can stay alive here, it'd be huge. Getting one kill is perfectly fine too. Keeps the numbers an advantage. It's actually the first time I've seen value in the chamber.
2v3. This is a very narrow angle that he wants to hold distraction.
Oh my god, dude. How many times have we seen a slight distraction to throw off the timing and a focus of a Loud member?
Wasn't expecting the other player to be swinging there, stunned into the corner. There's a timing to be taken. Furia, can they try and overwhelm? Dash forwards and back. It's a high-low setup now. 2v2, flash around the side, and it's just about managed. Furia win it.
That is close.
I actually love the Aspas play there. If there wasn't another flash available, I think they might have won that. But disrupting them to throw them into the line of sight of his ally, who was on an off angle, and all they saw was you dashing to like the standard tight angle. That was pretty snazzy. That was a good idea. I think you're still disadvantaged in that situation, but it's nice. Dude, that flash from Mazine is like a guaranteed win too. Like if they are looking at your guy to shoot your guy, that means they are guaranteed to be flashed. So it's like a guarantee, like either your guy wins a 1v1 swing or they lose it, but you guaranteed the trade. That's perfect. Meanwhile, if you both swing together, you might line up and get double dinked, which we see a lot of pro players do. Being willing to like take a loss on your player is actually so massive. Very consistently, reliably close out rounds. Consistency is like a problem with many aspiring teams and players.
Now, talk about blink of an eye, Sadak here with a flash and a showstopper might just decide to barrel into B.
Just trying to poke and see, I think. Seekers were used as a response to
Perfect timing to rotate by QCK as well.
They don't want to be in the middle of an
This guy is like a tempo reading god.
with those Seekers. And the FURIA players swinging off them.
But this is the difficult thing now because you're down to 35 seconds and there has to be a timing to be taken. Rocket, that was sent flying with the Trailblazer.
Completely missed.
What direction?
Dang, Sonic not finding, he's not finding any value out of these showstoppers. QCK solo holding off the entire team of Loud for a minute by himself. He falls, but my god, he bought so much time. If DJZ can make an impact here, I don't think that's enough. Really good spot for Loud.
But it is a 3-on-3. Flash down, nade. Against the back wall here. What are they waiting to play off of? A flash. Smoked off, angles
Oh, big they missed those shots. What? No shot, he got that. Okay, okay. I also focused on that spot that we saw Komazine. I didn't catch how Khalil got his kills. Here we go. See, this is a good replay. What a shot.
I think the way they play this as well. No room for error.
We saw that against Leviathan. Khalil stepped up and hit some insane headshots. Clean too, not really like sprays. Like anybody can have a really like lucky game where they just get insane amount of frags and headshots, but it's a lot of sprays. They just got lucky. Khalil, the way he gets headshot pop-offs, it definitely shows like skill, actually clicking heads.
And the Viper ult in mid is going to make this a little more difficult for Sadak, but he just barrels.
I love that they're guiding like the left side, which means like if the Viper pops this, they're going to fall back to the originating point, right? So Sadak knows, okay, well, almost always the Viper's not in the pit then, because we pop the flash where they would be if they were in the pit. Oh, this judge is a nightmare for Aspas. Okay, judge falls away. Interesting. There's plenty of time for Loud to go either side still. They may rotate back to A, but... What? Oh my god, they just routed QCK so hard as well through the smoke. Massive moment from MW Zera. Makes this winnable for FURIA.
It's just phenomenal. Now what can Mazine do?
I don't know how Mazine does this. Mazine doesn't seem too much of a clutch player. They know where he is now too.
Double swing. No way! That is something special.
What? Did I just cast a curse Loud so hard? Mazine, I'm sorry I doubted you. Holy. That was insane. So Shrink the Fury right there. MW Zera and Mazine are two players that did not impress me at all when we did the watch party VOD review of Loud versus, oh no, it was FURIA versus Leviathan. FURIA won the series 2-1, but it seemed like it was all DJZ, QCK, Khalil winning that. MW Zera and Mazine were very quiet, but those guys just stepped up that round pretty big, showing that they have it in them, which is massive. All right, we'll see what Chamber can do on attack then. On defense, it makes sense to do forward positioning, but if they have double duelists and they're just ready to dive you, then you almost need to fall off more safely instead of taking those aggressive trades. Or at least be more willing to fall off. He still like aggressively took the challenges. He took that TP when Shadok was going usually in Showstopper. We saw that in that clip when he was challenging Garage. He took the TP as safety. That's great. He took the first shot. You missed it. All good. It's a fast jet. But then he went for another trade when he didn't have a TP anymore. Just fall off again. Wow. Not all reloading at the same time. That's good. So much of that round was just Tui's being off on timing. He got a little greedy by holding the utility to try to stall. Played a little too far forward considering the other team has a flash that can pop like that. But it was like a gamble position. He got unlucky.
I know that they dropped 6 rounds on their defense side split, but they're really not
Trying to set up a 4 wide firing line. at least be able to do some trades or some damage. Ospas in a horrible position to get value out of this shorty. The strength of Chamber as well is you can save. Just use those, like, the pistol that you kept, the Frenzy, Ghost, whatever, and use the last bullets of your Headhunter. If you die, the other team gets basically nothing for the round. Huge trade. Furia off sync. Getting trades is loud. That's an upgrade. Aww. If Aspas had like the intuition to just push that corner, it actually would have been a good timing to use the shorty, but we knew that, and that was a winnable situation, but Aspas didn't have enough info to go off of to make that swing happen. Good job by Furia to keep distance on the corners. This right here is a big reason why you see Sky all the time on this map. She's using the guiding lights to just scout out to see if anybody's pushing through. However, if your timing is pretty bad, then you might get caught out like right now. Play safe falls completely off. Les not in the best of position to clear this. The random shot through the smoke feels good, man. Les should know he's in here. We saw him. He saw him. Greedy.
Yeah, I like that. It's really good. They recognize that it's only QCK in mid, so Tui's and Sadak are going to be active and push out. They've lost B main though completely. Look at this opening. Wow, Mazen allowed to get 3 shots off with a share.
Miraculous Fury is getting these trades.
It really is. But with Dujazine falling,
Nice rotation time at Kamazine. Round's over. They saw a spike dropped as well, and nobody instantly went for it, which means they probably have people lurking, trying to make a play elsewhere.
More than enough for Loud.
Good recognition by Loud.
Bonus round for Fury though, so that's a double face.
Standard Jet with Pocket Initiator fighting.
Will's got to be wary.
A lot of forward ground gain, and they got the kill there by Kamazine. Less greeting again, but gets the kill this time as well. This round is working so well for Loud.
It really is. The abuse on Khalil's fantastic. What is that reality?
Wow.
Let's just go delete.
Good awareness by Dujazine. Whoa! And he wins the shot too. Both these teams have so many players who just click heads, man. It's insane.
The Seekers are out here though, and QCK has 11 health inside the pit. He could definitely get spammed down.
Dude, Dujazine doesn't make it out. It's huge. The timing from Ospas not quite making it there. Let's take the shots. Spams. He thinks he might be to the close left.
They've got 40 seconds in this round to try and make something happen. QCK.
Does anyone know? I mean, they think Dujazine.
Oh my god.
And now, as the spike is tapped,
30 seconds
I think they
left.
Oh,
should have a good idea that they're both inside the pit.
Tapped looking for a refight. Are they going to swing off someone's contact? No, there we go. Sticking it through. Timing was
Last
important.
player
1 for 1.
standing.
Good response by Kamazine. Nice peek by QCK. Pretty much the best he could ask for considering the situation. Low health. Pit's not there for a spike plant.
Slight tap there with a movement.
Dude,
The movement from
the
players
head
is
clicks
so
are
good.
insane in this map.
Being able to dodge that
These
first
teams are
comes
nuts.
out from Dujazine, readjust.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So
Wow.
many players in the server.
They don't individually. What
Yo, NT.
these 2 teams, every play on
Did
the
you
field.
see you did your job earlier? It's all good, man.
And Aspas is going to be able to get away much more easily than Dujazine was. Because there isn't Jet and Arrays here on the attack.
How hard can he be pressured?
Misses the shots. Updraft, smoke at his feet.
Oh my god, he's so dead.
Being swamped with utility.
No way he makes us out alive. Okay, Lesa's nearby, but smoke's still there. No way. Oh, he nearly makes it out.
Taken out, but just like that, everyone dropping like
Smoke's finally going down. Les has the angle.
30 seconds
To
left.
punish.
that A-heaven control.
Dude, Aspas living for so long to allow the rotation from Loud.
And Dujazine with the tour de force.
Used their weapon advantage wonderfully with having the numbers there. Aspas getting the kill is the cherry. Like, that is
Ideas here.
a giant, massive apple-sized cherry on top.
Doing an
But
aggressive push out through B main. They're being extremely
they
responsive.
still were in such an awesome spot because he was able to live for so long.
Merry jig there.
So often, you don't need to get the kill as a Jet especially, you just need to live.
The Furia players along.
That's the same for like any role that you're playing. There's a lot of scenarios where you don't need to go get the kill, you need to live and buy time for your team to rotate.
rest of Loud respond to moments like
That's
that?
something on the defensive side that a lot of people don't understand.
Sadak, even with 4.5
You don't need to get a
goals
trade
into
before you
that
leave. You don't need to get a kill before you get out. You don't need to do anything other than just live.
Because they were contacting B
Buy time, wait for your team to rotate, fight when you have a stronger force to work with.
with this composition.
If you can miraculously get a kill on the way out like Ospas did, then great, but
swing into that smoke and
that was not the priority there. That was a nice bonus.
Showcase there as Util's used. That means the Viper's Pit dropped down.
So MW Zera doing exactly the same thing Sadak did.
Immediately jumping past the Viper's Pit and taking
Viper Spit dropped in mid, Raze instantly blast packs threw it into events because no
a teammate to
Viper is going to actually sit there in their Viper Spit other than up in mail.
They are trying to go for that beat.
The awareness!
Free fire is what it feels like.
what a clear.
Expecting it.
The awareness by Khalil.
Paying off.
Goodbye to Zera, also aware of this peek out,
Fight to be taken.
but loses it anyway.
And again with his own movement, moves forwards, breaking the Seeker.
And that had to be the right time for Leicester.
I don't know how Loud wins this round though.
For him. Would have helped MW to no end.
No ults to work with.
Into a 3v4
I think
take
2
with
stars.
an op as well. It doesn't look great.
It's hard to read the
This feels really difficult.
Astra HUD
Fine setup for Furia.
to see if she has stars or not. I think she has 1 star. Should be a crossfire.
Noted.
Khalil's gonna swing out.
Raider so hard to try and play this in the retake.
Unfortunate there for Aspas too. He hits a wall back onto Mazine.
Feels like Loud knows this, which is why they fell off of the save.
Have to save the operator into the next one when it keeps
Wow.
that weapon going. And so back and forth, back and forth.
Loud has only dropped 1 map to Brazilian team
And we're honestly expecting
like
every map to be close in this series.
2 years or something.
Talked about how Loud probably
crazy
made the
long
right
time frame.
Fury have looked
Towards B main, and this means that Aspas could be given a freebie. Yeah, there it is. Misjudgment there from MW.
Not that insane of a shot considering he had heard the footsteps and the satchel dropped.
Still active
He's ready for it, but
in his face though. Bit of a jumping. Look at that movement just to get a bit of information in the middle of it, but
But also QCK's.
that was wild movement. That was not predicted.
he's walked his way all the way in, but it is managed. Covered.
Sadak with the awareness. That's the brain of the team right there.
Anything. I mean, if anything, it's a bit of a bait.
What can
Loud
Khalil do?
Walk in on A, but 2E's he's not fallen for it just yet.
No.
And with Aspas watching into B main, they know that this is bait. They know that there's a chance someone's snuck their way into the A site, and they're just going to give
30
it
seconds
fully
left.
up.
Yeah, 2 years playing a much more defensive angle, but this is for the contact play. That's immaculate.
Beautiful fall by 2E's. Not being greedy for info.
Khalil try to go for some of these lurk.
Falling back to the team, working together.
2E's has been the player
holding an
shut
off angle.
down.
Very good read on this one. With time running so low into this round, it's just unwinnable.
Blinding 10 seconds.
Oh, they know.
Loud hunting.
But which angle did it pop for?
Here, I mean, okay.
No way, dude.
He's already claimed 2 kills for it.
Ospas finding so much more value playing Jet Op
But it's just
than DJZen did on Chamber.
when Aspas can hold down these long sightline angles in the mid.
Really feels like they're trying to do it for economy purposes for the Chamber. Maybe it was like a band-aid fix for their track record on this map when trying to run Jet.
He's risking getting really 2E's getting into more of a hard anchoring
Waiting to
position.
drop
Just
the
as
star
Viper
because
is the timing gonna
the
work?
star
It's just
appearing is a good tell of people committing.
Not cleared, not cleared, but he
Okay.
can be spammed. Every single angle, the wall doesn't go up in time.
Almost gets it, dude. So close.
just in time though in order to help the rest of his team.
So much invested by Loud already.
Seekers as well. It's a triple.
Oh my god, the transfer! That was so beautiful.
Firing
Oh,
pound for pound, and they were advantaged.
yo!
Control from Cowan Zine.
Wow.
Player that has the rifle and doesn't can't trade.
Show me this again.
Just ridiculous stuff. Look, he read.
Oh my goodness.
He puts his
Nuts.
back onto Mazine.
Dude,
Just
Tui's
force, which is much
not getting the wall off in time before dying is unfortunate.
there are some
And I don't think they even plan on the value that wall brings for mid control.
Difficult now for
But the Seekers being popped as well was like a good like makeshift
run out of steam.
Steam
accountants for how things were going wrong in the round for them. They're like, okay, it's still going to be a buy round for Furia. They have rifles clearly, and burning ultimates here is not bad for us.
Look at them just pre-firing.
What a peak by less.
Hearing the satchel play, Sadak.
And he still gets a kill.
Wow.
Still wins.
Seeing no other resistance as well is exactly why Les is rotating to B-side instantly. You still have to hold Vince, which Quad and Z's not moving. Ospa still holding in case the delayed show up. But it's going to be 2v2 on site. This is still a winnable round for Furia. 2v3, sorry. Feels like a 2v2 because it's gun disadvantage. And now it's nearly impossible. Yep. The HUD detector has some good DG's then just, yeah. I honestly overall seen zero value in the chamber pick versus the jet. It's so interesting. A split comes back and it goes double controller, double duelist composition. He almost hit that. I love that Aspas is so immediate at finding a different angle, but still maintain presence in the same location of the map. Like he's still at A holding good presence. Les is instantly there to cover for Heaven.
2 years at his back as well, watching a Heaven angle.
Now Les could well get caught here, yes. So as soon as Furia take a Heaven or prod up a ramp, suddenly Les is caught. He has nobody watching his mid, nobody watching.
Sadok's taking that orb just so that nobody on here can get that if they do rotate to B. His team's not going to go get that orb at all based on his positioning. I like that little bit of info. Or a little bit of it like a trick. He saw the hat peek around the corner, dude. No. No. Okay, still good spot for both teams, though.
Taking back the space, and he's got a showstopper.
That miss is unfortunate for Sadhawk's sake. Ospot's going a little crazy there. Interesting. This is pretty much the only fight he can take. 20 seconds for a gliding light. He has to take these little pop shot fights.
Flash in his hands, just waiting off the contact of Khalil, I think. There he is. Maybe not. Over the top. Such a hard fight to win, but potentially for the map here. Wants to try and find just one of the fights alone. A wider swing.
Oh my god, cut close! The position close! Makes it so hard for Mazine to swing trade that. That was so smart. The young player, one of the new additions to the roster, replaces Saucy. Baits out the close swing. Okay, he's gonna maybe play for the wide. I'll go close to the sign. That micro was so beautiful. Oh my god. So overall, I can recap. Loud individually making those little micro plays like you saw from Kawazi at the very end there. The reads by Ospas and Sadhawk were overall, like, as a team ahead of Furia. I mean, there's great moments by QCK earlier on, but he started falling off towards the end of the map when it got onto the offensive side. We didn't really see him show up at all. DG's in not finding any value on the chamber really at all. Little bits here and there, but I really think that this would have been a closer map if Digizine was on the jet instead. Overall, great defensive half from both teams, with the exception to the Digizine chamber thing. The spray transfer from that moment was nuts. Sadhawk definitely very weak on some showstopper usages on the attack side for Raze. However, I honestly feel like the reason why Loud picks Raze over another Initiator or a Sentinel or something is just because Raze feels like an Initiator Sentinel on split because of how the map locations work. You can scout with Boombot really easily for free, going into vents or for mid, things like that. And also the paint shell usage to be able to deny people trying to take space through vents, through mail, even be able to clear out hell at B site. You know, there's a lot of times the paint shell has insane value on this map versus others because those tight kill box locations that a lot of teams like using as like a right angle, as multiple angles, space that you can clear out normally by just peeking it. The paint shell will just kill anybody's in there, so you just freely clear it out for yourself. It's like a better way of using a flash, basically. So Raze just has way more value on this map than any other map. However, operators holding B main, A main, like you saw Aspas do, especially on the defensive half, is insanely strong. Having the updraft and the Satchel are both really strong on split to be able to hop up onto the rafters heaven for both A and B sites. Plus the Satchel and the dash should be able to cross that crossfire gap of B main entry. Very strong, very useful. So it's just a map that highly values and utilizes both Jet and Raze in ways that you don't really need initiators. Raze does just fine to fill that gap. You don't really need a Sentinel because you're running Viper and Astra. It's just the perfect comp, and I honestly feel like in this meta, at the very least, until like changes happen to like the sandbox, that's going to be the map similar to what we see on like Ascent, is always Killjoy, Sova, KO, Jets, and Omen. We're pretty much always going to see this comp, I think, for that Loud did on Split. Fury trying to mix it up a little bit, find opportunities to get operators more often by running the Chamber instead of the Jets, things like that. But the Chamber overall does not have as much value because that instant updraft to Rafters, the adaptation in the moment and the freedom of movement that the Jet offers, it's just so much more that you can do on a Jet than a Chamber. And you generally don't want operator on attack anyway, so there's only one half that you're really looking to get that operator usage from on the Chamber. Otherwise, you're too slowed down. You're not as able to take those aggressive duels, to have the two-pronged attack of a double duelist, things like that, which makes your attack weaker. Meanwhile, your defense is just as strong if you run Chamber, in my opinion. And we kind of saw that showcased in that map. Either way, both teams insanely good at hitting nutty headshots. So this is still a very exciting best of 3 series.